At Pennzoil. For more engine miles, Pennzoil works like liquid ball bearings.
Our researchers there working on the stories of the tournament. One of the stories they're working on now is that Keith Van Horn did play, but he's in foul trouble down in Dallas. We'll get you to that game in just a moment. Pat O'Brien along with Clark Kellogg. Arkansas can only be happy with this score, 33-31. They're only down by 2 at halftime.
Very much so. Had a 14-5 run to end the half, and Kareem Reed has only scored 3 points, yet they only trail a deuce.
All right, what does Arkansas have to do to win this now?
Got to make some of those jump shots, Pat.
Got to put it in the hoop. We talked about Keith Van Horn. Utah is up 43-39. Let's send you out to Dallas now, and George Raveling and Mike Gorman.
15:56 to go. Miller in the lane for 2. And the Utes have responded to Keith Van Horn, their star, going to the bench with 4 personal fouls to open up their largest lead of the game. They're up 45-39. And Keith Van Horn welcomes his teammates to the sideline. Has opened their largest lead of the game with Keith Van Horn on the bench. Jesse and Miller step up immediately, Coach.
But what you notice here is Brandon Jesse goes through his legs on the dribble. That freezes the defender and gives him enough time to get his legs under him and shoot the jumper. Nice ball fake by Andre Miller and a spin move to the basket for the easy shot.
J.C. Holloway handling it outside. Bankhead presented himself down low. They go to him. Bankhead kicks it back. Holloway goes baseline, has it picked off. Jim Floyd, his head in his hands on the Iowa State sidelines off this 8-2 run.
It's really hard to drive on Utah because they do such a wonderful job of helping out.
Jesse trying to keep it alive. Loose ball taken off the floor, though, by Pratt. Is he able to get it? And he has to call a timeout.
And Tim Floyd's asking for a 20-second timeout, Mike.
Yeah.
20-second timeout.
Pratt just couldn't get the handle on that one.
Coaches love players who exhibit a willingness to dive on the floor for the loose ball. Hands are reaching, bodies are diving. That's assertive defensive basketball.
Great crowd here this afternoon at the Reunion Arena in Dallas. I'll look at the East. UMass got a scare from Stanford this afternoon, but they have advanced. Marquette and Arkansas are involved in a good one in the second game. North Carolina, Texas Tech will go at it tomorrow, and then Georgetown will take on New Mexico.
Mike, the word I received yesterday is that after the season's over, the athletic director, Gene Smith at Iowa State, is going to offer Tim Floyd a 10-year contract to secure his services for a long, long time. And I believe Tim's going to take it.
That'll shut down a couple of rooms in the rumor mill, won't it?
Well, how about the one about Tim going to the Chicago Bulls? I talked to Tim about that yesterday. He told me, he said, George, the Bulls are going to do everything they can to re-sign Phil Jackson. So forget anything about me coaching the Bulls. He said, I'm having a hard enough time coaching the Cyclones.
Boy, there's a big bucket right there for the Cyclones as Dedrick Willoughby hits a 3. Gets it back to a 1-possession game. That's going to be a foul on J.C. Holloway. Just the first on Holloway.
J.C. Holloway, his first personal foul.
14:39 to play here in the second half. Tim Floyd's Cyclones are down 3. Keith Van Horn stays over there on Rick Majerus' bench. Melmoth played some strong minutes in the first half. Jesse. There's Melmoth again. The hook won't go. The tap does, though, from Doliak.
Mike Doliak is a very active big man. He anticipates the flight of the shot as well as I've seen anyone in this tournament. And he has nice soft hands, Mike.
Utah, look at that. Above 60 the entire game. Pratt trying to get something going in the lane. The dish.
That's the type of shot that Tim Floyd prefers for Cato to take. Not that long jump shot at the top of the circle. The dunk is a high percentage shot.
Let's see where I'd like that one.
You know, you look at how patient Utah is in their offense. It reminds me when I was in 8th grade, and Nunn used to say, patience is the virtue of a saint.
John Cal with the call underneath. Rick Majerus looking to get it reversed, and he won't. Here's Cato on the baseline. That's a big finish, all right. Utah fans didn't like the call. Keith Van Horn tries to keep the liquids going over there on the Utes bench.
You know, Rick Majerus is awfully calm on that sideline. Maybe it's because of that bypass operation he had.
Oh, Willoughby.
Rick used to be a little bit of a wild man on the sideline, but he has really settled down.
Cyclones back to within 1 as we go under 13 minutes. And Jesse came out short. It's like he couldn't make up his mind whether to dunk or lay it in. Willoughby. Rebound to Melmoth. Comes out of the pack himself.
I think Brandon Jesse was a little concerned about committing an offensive foul as he went to the basket.
Comes up firing this time. Doliak an offensive board. Pratt will be called for the reach-in.
So Utah's shooting the ball well. They lead by 1, 47-46 in this chess match out in Dallas. We'll keep you up to date on what goes on there throughout the day. I want to let you know what's coming up later. There's the other game, by the way, earlier. UMass had a scare, Clark Kellogg, against Stanford. 79-74 was the final. UMass had 5 fellas in double figures and went on to advance in the tournament. Now, coming up later, 3 #1 seeds. You're going to see Georgia and #1 Purdue out in the West. #1 Kentucky, are they deep or what? You're going to see Hokies at Virginia Tech. And how about this Eastern Michigan-UConn game?
Very solid team. Excellent matchup today, as is that Georgia-Purdue game.
All right, and then a little later, Drexel, Malik Rose, we like him. And John Wallace, we love him as well, from Syracuse. And then Princeton and Mississippi State.
Eric Dampier, too much for Princeton.
All right, so that's what's going to happen here on CBS as we give you round 2 of the 1996 NCAA tournament. Glad you're spending part of your Saturday afternoon with us. See you later.
Pennzoil at the Half was sponsored by Pennzoil. For more engine miles, Pennzoil works like liquid ball bearings.
Far, they lost the ball. 13 turnovers, and Arkansas, meanwhile, scores 78.5 points a game. So both teams struggling with shooting from the field today.
It's really been a very, very up-tempo defensive game on both ends. Nolan Richardson has surprised me with his defense. I know he's a great offensive coach, but I didn't realize he was this good defensively.
Wilson picked up his first personal. Marquette gets the ball back. Wilson comes out immediately after that foul. Pressure again has disrupted Marquette's shooting game, no doubt. This is Lovett underneath, and the freshman hit. Crawford, pardon me. Chris Crawford.
Yeah, I guarantee that Chris Crawford will get moving. He's a triple threat type of ball player, can score from anywhere. But he has 4 personal fouls, so 1 miscue underneath, and he's out.
All the starters but 1 back on the floor for Marquette. Zach McCall joining the starters.
Okay, with Arkansas up by 2, 47-45. I want to take you back to the end of the game in Dallas, Iowa State and Utah. It's a chess match. Utah up by 4. Michael Doliak with a big day. Let's go down to George Raveling and Mike Gorman.
Miller.
But he had to take that when the clock was dropping.
Holloway. Iowa State won't use a timeout. Willoughby, the little move into the lane. Willoughby, the pull-up. Oh, he's a big-time player, isn't he? And now a timeout is called by Iowa.
All right, so now it's a 2-point game. We'll keep you up to date on that one as the day progresses. Let's go back to your game, 48-47.
3-pointer by Zach McCall puts Marquette back in front, 48-47. Golden Eagles on an 8-0 run here. That is Hood. Derek Hood the Kansas City freshman.
Good thinking by Arkansas that time. They know Chris Crawford has 4 fouls, so they kick the ball into Hood underneath, and Crawford can only play token defense.
Double foul called, and the coaches both up. McCall gets the Marquette half of it. And Reed gets the one for Arkansas.
Watch the elbow pushing and shoving underneath the basket here. Both of them are at each other.
McCall and Reed off the ball. Bradley pumps once and kicks it back out for Hood. Arkansas 49-48.
Nice move by Reed.
Landis Williams.
Reed drew the defense and kicked it out to Williams.
There's the pressure causing the mistake. Interception by Landis Williams. 51-48. Arkansas with the lead in the ball. 7:50 to go.
If Arkansas scores now, Marquette has to come in with a timeout.
Kareem Reed for Hood. Derek Hood had the roll. And another foul call. It's on Derek Hood, pushing Hutchins.
Pat O'Brien in New York again. 2 great games going on right now. We're going to take you to the finish of the Dallas game, then get you back here. Iowa State trailing by 2 now against Utah. Let's go courtside with George Raveling and Mike Gorman.
A minute 13 to play here in Dallas. Utah by 2. Big-time shot, Cedric Willoughby.
Well, you hear so much, Mike, about a go-to guy. A go-to guy is a player whose hands your coach wants the ball in, and he can deliver. For Iowa State, the go-to guy is Cedric Willoughby, and he delivers. He's like Federal Express. He gets there on time.
Tim Floyd a chance during that timeout to set the defense he wants. Miller able to get through.
Be mindful, Mike, that Iowa State has had a lot of success this season winning close games.
Here's Rydalch covered by Holloway. Rydalch screen from Doliak's going to take it. Marked by Cato. He got it back. New shot. Oh! Miller hits the three. I cannot believe he took that shot.
I cannot believe he took that shot. Rick Majerus was about to faint. It's a good thing it went in, because they had a new shot clock on that one, Mike.
Holloway can't answer. Edwards the ball. Timeout, Iowa State.
Timeout, Iowa State.
28.8 on the clock. Utes by 3.
Both teams in a timeout, both 3-point games. Marquette and Arkansas. Arkansas leads 53-50 with 7:36 left, and Clark, Utah up by 3 over Iowa State.
Don't you love it, Pat? 2 tight ones. Utah has the ball, leading by 3. Willoughby just knocked down a big shot, so they've got to inbound it. You would expect Utah to maybe get fouled here, and they've got to make free throws down the stretch and be strong with the ball.
Meantime, you could guess on the 5-4 game it would be this type, but maybe not on this Arkansas-Marquette game, huh?
But again, the pressure. Marquette went on an 8-0 run, and then Arkansas answered that with a 6-0 run themselves. But I think the pressure, there's penetration by Kareem Reed. I think the pressure of Arkansas starting to show that cumulative effect, wearing down Marquette a little bit here late.
So Nolan Richardson really only needs 7 minutes and 19 seconds of hell to pull this one out. Let's go back down to Dallas now. 28 seconds left. Utah up by 3. Here's George Raveling and Mike Gorman.
Utah with the 3-point lead and the ball. 28.8 seconds to go. What's the strategy here if you're Iowa State?
And at Iowa State huddle, they're talking about who do we want to foul, when do we want to foul them, how many timeouts do we have left, and who do we want to shoot the basketball?
The quick foul is given immediately on Andre Miller, a 69% free throw shooter on the season. Now that was the foul they had to waste.
His second personal foul.
And so the Utes will inbound one more time. 27.3 on the clock. And I don't think that changes much, Coach. They just got to do it again, right?
Right, they have to do it again. Utah does a nice job of spreading the floor to take away potential double teams.
And it will be Andre Miller with Holloway quickly giving the foul. Now, the key here, obviously, for Miller as he goes to the line, he's 1 of 2 at the line today. He makes 1, he makes it a 2-possession game. Kelvin Cato comes back in. Sean Bankhead sits down.
And Andre Miller is a 69.4% foul shooter.
Andre Miller saying, son, how do you get in these spots?
This is the one here, Mike.
26.4. It's a 2-possession game as we speak at 68-64. Big time. Big
What
time.
I like about Andre Miller's foul shot attempts was he had a routine. He relaxed himself and he stayed with the routine.
5-point game. Holloway looking for a shot. Can't get it to Willoughby. Now he does. Willoughby comes up shooting. No. Rebound. Taken down by Hansen. He gets fouled by Mardeman. And it's looking like the Utes might be leaving Dallas winners.
All right, and so it's a 5-point game, Utah leading. And let's go back to Arkansas and Marquette. Arkansas up by 2 now with 6:12 left in the game. And here's Al McGuire and Tim Ryan.
The score is 53-51. Arkansas by 2. McCaskill will be at the line for Marquette. Both teams continuing to struggle shooting from the field at 31% each. From the free throw line, however, where Marquette is once more, they are 14 of 15. And Al McGuire has been saying this could wind up deciding the game. It's a 2-point game, 6:12 to go, Arkansas on top.
As we get into crunch time, it's very, very important to make the fouls. And especially Arkansas has 5 shooters out there that are questionable when they go to the foul line.
Arkansas only 8 of 17 from the line. McCaskill makes 1 of 2 to make it 15 of 17 from the free throw line for Marquette.
Robinson for Arkansas and Crawford for Marquette are both playing with 4 personal fouls.
Got a 1-point game, Arkansas on top. It's been close all the way after an 11-point lead by Marquette was erased in the first half by Arkansas. Zach McCall trying to keep control of the ball.
Zach is saying he was forced out. The ref said he walked.
Arkansas ball. Here's a replay of it.
Penetrates in. Ball's blocked by 2 different guys. Zach McCall gets the ball and then creates a walk.
Landis Williams outside. Williams, Reed, Wilson, Hood, and Bradley, the lineup for this young Arkansas team that starts 4 freshmen with the junior Robinson. Robinson out of the game at the moment.
Pat Bradley has to come off some screens. They need a 3-pointer from him right now.
Marquette ranked number 20 in the nation, the 4 seed in the East, against the 12-seeded Arkansas Razorbacks, who eliminated Penn State in their opening round. Hood with the follow, and it won't go for him. Hood gets it back again, another miss. And finally, Hutchins comes up with it for Marquette. It has not been an elegant game. Pieper for Hutchins. Back for Pieper. Crawford in the corner now to McCall. McCall to the glass. It won't drop for him. And a charge call on Zach McCall.
Excellent move by Pat Bradley that time. Coming in, he did get his feet planted.
Mike Dean disagreed with you, Marquette coach. Bradley will inbound it. Arkansas with the ball and a 1-point lead. Kareem Reed driving and missing the layup from underneath. Arkansas with a 1-point lead, 4:27 to go. And the foul on the Razorbacks. Hood picks up his third.
Now you're in the bonus. That means that he get automatically 2 shots, Marquette, every time they get to the foul line.
One team foul for Arkansas. Nolan Richardson's young Arkansas team giving the number 20 ranked Marquette Golden Eagles all kinds of problems.
The Hogs couldn't get a break in their last 6-7 shots. They went down and they came out. They're all right there.
Neither team able to shoot very well, both under 30%. But from the free throw line, Marquette has been pretty solid, but McCaskill misses that one.
This will tie the game.
15 of 17 from the free throw line and make it 15 of 18. 1-point game.
Solid defense by both teams. Staying man-to-man.
Bradley for 3, and he nails it. Pat Bradley. Pressure by Arkansas. Pieper brings it up. For Chris Crawford, can't make the play. Rebound, Derek Hood. 4-point Arkansas lead.
Hogs got to keep playing their game. Don't work the clock yet. It's too soon. Play your game.
Kareem Reed, the freshman guard, backs it out. Arkansas in the half court. Bradley offered Derek Hood.
Clock's down to 10. They don't have good clock shot management.
4 seconds left on the shot clock.
That proves me wrong.
Marlon Towns. 11 points for him. 58 to 52. Foul called on. No, a technical is going to be called on Dean. Dean very upset.
Ooh, that is a big-time call. That technical, it was quick. I doubt it.
Timeout. Timeout. This is second round action in the East region. Arkansas and Marquette playing to get into the round of 16 against UMass, the top ranked team in the tournament and the nation's rankings. And Arkansas leading 58 to 52. Arkansas the 12 seed in the East. Marquette the 4. Arkansas with 3 full timeouts remaining. Marquette with 2. They just took their first. And what we thought at first was a technical call against Mike Dean, who was really upset that there was no foul called on Pat Bradley.
Want to get the ball into Crawford's hands.
This is Pieper, Hutchins, Crawford, McCaskill, Eford, the starting lineup for Marquette. On the floor right now.
Arkansas threw a quick 2-3 zone at them.
Pieper takes it in, misses on the follow, and it's Wilson coming down with a rebound for Arkansas. Wilson, Hood, Bradley, Reed, and Towns, the lineup for the Razorbacks.
That time the Golden Eagles did not analyze the quick 2-3 zone that Coach Nolan Richardson threw at them.
Team shooting at 30% from the field, both of them.
A little too soon again for working the clock. I'd wait to under 2 minutes. They only got 8 seconds left now to shoot.
Down to 5, Kareem Reed. Lets the left-hander go off the iron. Rebound, new clock, Towns.
Now I'd ice it a little bit, spread it out, get the ball into Reed's hands. Get rid of it, Towns. Get it into Reed's hands.
Low-scoring game for teams that shoot 75 and 78 points respectively, Marquette and Arkansas.
After this possession, Marquette has to come out foul and try to take advantage of the poor foul shooting by Arkansas.
Reed with 5 seconds again, and Wilson with a follow, missed it. It's set right up there. McCaskill lost control, and Wilson gets that one. $60 to 52 Arkansas. Pressure again by the Razorbacks.
Marquette must score, then foul.
Pieper missing the three. Crawford there for the rebound in traffic. It's knocked away by Wilson over his head. Big play by Lee Wilson.
They got a foul now every time down. Stop the clock. Foul anybody. Stop the clock.
Finally, Eford gets Reed. Under a minute to go in Arkansas. A team that many thought didn't deserve to be in this tournament with an 18-12 mark. Third place in the SEC. There is Rose Richardson, Nolan's wife. Doesn't seem to be enjoying this, but you know she is. There's a minute to go. Arkansas, the 12 seeds in the East, leading Marquette, the 4 seed, 60-52. Here's the timeout picture. Each team has 2 full timeouts left. Marquette has 120. Both in the double bonus and fouls, and the possession arrow is Marquette. Reed at the line. Here's whom to foul if Marquette gets their opportunities. Obviously, Bradley the best of the lot. Not a good foul shooting team. 62%, the second worst ever in Arkansas history over the season.
Marquette has to score from three-point land. They're in a 3-possession game now with less than a minute.
9 points to difference. Crawford. Bad pass from Crawford. He thought Pieper was breaking. Crucial turnover.
You know what happens, Tim, here? A 12 seed could advance to play number 1 UMass down in Atlanta.
Wilson down to Hood. Foul by Crawford.
Arkansas is used to winning in the NCAA. Why did they get in? I spoke to Nolan Richardson. He said one of the reasons is our tradition. We deserve to be in.
Finalists a year ago, champions in '94. This year 18-12, and in the SEC proving that they've got a very tough conference for their teams still into the second round. Kentucky, Arkansas, Georgia, Mississippi State.
At the line, he'll shoot 2.
Hood at the line. Derek Hood, these young players for Arkansas played very poised basketball in these first 2 rounds here in Providence. Victory over Penn State 86-80 in the first round. Marquette ranked number 20 in the country, struggling from the field today, and the up and down play of Arkansas bothering them as it did Penn State. 10 points now for Derek Hood, freshman from Kansas City, Missouri.
Also, Nolan said about Hood, a couple of years from now, he could be one of the greatest athletes he's ever coached.
Call rebounding, still a 10-point game. Pieper, the 3-point shooter, with the ball in his hands, gets a look and in and out, and Hood with the rebound. Pieper fouls Reed immediately.
For Marquette to win, they got to have at least 4 of the starters in double figures. And obviously this game, McCaskill came up dry in the drought. Crawford wasn't anywhere near his average, and Eford was just also ran. So the only way Marquette could win is to have at least 4 of those 5 guys score. They average double figures per game.
It's been a good run for Marquette to the final of the Conference USA tournament against very tough Cincinnati, overtime, and they put themselves into a number 20 ranking in the country, but they ran into a buzzsaw from Arkansas. 35.6 seconds left, and Hood still struggling from the line, but he's done it elsewhere for him. 10 points and 13 rebounds for the freshman.
Every foul shot's a bonus foul, so you automatically get 2 shots.
And Hood finally gets one. 63-52, and Hood will leave the game, having turned in an outstanding effort. Onto the floor is John Engskov, a senior from Berryville, Arkansas, getting some time here in this final minute. Round 2 of the NCAAs. Pieper's miss. McCaskill missed the follow. He struggled all day long.
Give credit to the big men from Arkansas. They would not allow Marquette to have a second shot in the offensive boards.
Wilson connects for Arkansas. Reggie Merritt is also on the floor, a 6'1 senior from Little Rock. Hutchins McCaskill on the rebound, and he's fouled. Jamal McCaskill will go to the line. A disappointing day for him. Second personal on Wilson. 6'11" senior from Maywood, Illinois. Had a solid season, got better as the season went on, but struggled here today in round 2. 65-52. Arkansas on top. Bradley goes out, and what a thrill for this young man. His family and friends here. He's from Everett, Massachusetts, a suburb of Boston. So everybody here in the area to enjoy his performance.
Pat Bradley hit the key three-pointer from outside when he came back in after he injured his ankle with about 6 minutes to go.
McCaskill makes 65-53. He's going to finish it up. Ball goes out of bounds with 4.5 seconds left. 4.6.
Suey.
Suey indeed on to meet UMass, the top-ranked team in the country, as Aaron Hutchins makes the final shot. 65-56. The Razorbacks, the number 12 seed, into the Sweet 16 against UMass, top team in the country. 65-56, the final score. And there it is. They'll be in Atlanta. UMass and Arkansas, 1 against 12, are genuine Chevrolet players of the game today. Darnell Robinson, the only upperclassman starter, the junior, had a big day for Arkansas. Aaron Hutchins for Marquette. CBS Sports coverage on the road to the Final Four will continue in a moment.
Arkansas in your brackets, and the selection committee obviously knew what they were doing when they put Arkansas in this tournament, and they move on in the tournament. Here's the next round of games here on CBS. Those 3 number 1 seeds are playing this afternoon. Georgia and Purdue. We're going to show you that game in just a moment. Virginia Tech and Kentucky. That game at 4:53, and at 4:50 Eastern Michigan and Utah. We'll get you to those games. We want to start everybody at Georgia and Purdue early in the game at 16-12 in the first half, and we'll send you out there to Tim Brando and Derek Dickey after this word from your very own local station. Stay with us.